Smart, or else I go by Sam, or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. As usual, we have dust flying around because I've been running around my room trying to get ready for this video. I am so excited. This will be a cozy fall to winter transition get ready with me in collaboration with Alyssa, and that is Roxy playing with a plastic bag. At least she's not trying to jump on me anymore. I will have Alyssa linked in the description box, and I'll have her handle on the screen. I think because I follow her on like YouTube and Instagram, sometimes I get them mixed up, but I think her YouTube handle is Miss Alyssa JM, but either way she'll be linked. We did this last year. We were doing like a cozy fall get ready with me, and because we've both been super busy, I know I haven't had a free moment until now to film this. This is going to be more of a fall to winter transition, and I thought that the perfect color for that type of season or that type of feel is cranberry, because I feel like cranberry goes with fall because of Thanksgiving, and then it also goes with winter because winter is when I wear a lot of berries. Now Rosie's running around and their water fountain is out of water, so it's gurgling. But I feel like this is a color that goes with either season and is also like the perfect now Rosie's also playing with the plastic bag, but I feel like this is the perfect color for like late November to early December, which I'm filming this on December 4th. So yeah, and this is like the only time of year that I wear cranberry, but I tend to wear it a lot. So I'm gonna get started because I only have less than half an hour to get ready, even though I've been up since 6 a.m. It's like 7:15 right now. So I'm gonna start with my lip balm. And now there's a dog howling outside my window. Perfect. This is the exact type of scene I wanted to set for my channel. Welcome. This is probably the next video I'm filming after my like 400th video. Or like it's the next one I'll be posting, I think. So just so you know, it's kind of been like this all 400 videos, and it's probably gonna be like this for the next 400 if I make it that far. And then of course this wouldn't be a true cozy get ready with me without my vanilla latte ultra repair cream that I have to put on my hands every day. I also have two, they're the exact same candle, but I have two candles burning right now. They're like minis from, I think it's DW Home. I can't really tell because they replaced the, oh yeah, DW Home. I'm gonna like drop all the wax. This is Patchouli Oud. Oh, there's the sticker. I got this for $4.99. It's supposed to be dark and smoky and aromatic. Rich black oud floats above tobacco leaf entwined with mahogany, patchouli, and musk. Okay. That kind of sounded really nice for this type of video. It was also just the candle that I already had out. So enough dilly-dallying. I'm gonna start with my Milani eyeshadow primer. I feel like I should have a hot drink, but I think I might have tried that last year and I like barely drank anything. I just have my iced coffee in front of me and I'm not gonna touch it because I don't have time. Again, no dilly-dallying allowed in this video. But we didn't, as far as I know, Alyssa and I didn't really have a certain agenda for this video. I don't think we had one for last year's either. I'm hoping we make this a tradition. That would be quite nice. Because I love Alyssa. She's one of my favorite people on here. She's just so nice and sweet and fun, and she thinks of like really fun projects. I'm going to take my dirty brushes that I've been using for probably a month now. I can't keep track. I don't bother keeping track anymore. But yeah, I hope we can keep doing this. But I don't think, oh my goodness, that I should not have put that plastic bag right next to where I film. But we don't really have a specific, like we don't have questions that we're gonna answer. We don't have a theme other than the like fall to winter transition theme. We're keeping it kind of loosey-goosey. So I'm gonna take my ABH Norvina palette. The dust is just blowing in the wind. I'm gonna use the shade Incense. This is like also not a like specifically project pan or specifically non-project pan video. I'm kind of just using whatever I want to use for this specific look. But this palette, actually both the palettes I'm gonna use are in my Pin That Palette project. but this has kind of been like the go-to base I've been using for my looks lately. I use incense from the ABH Norvina, and then I use, I think it's Alyssa. It's this super dark brown here. I use that in my outer corner, Revolutionary. This has literally nothing to do with the video. I just need to tell someone. Because I've been watching for like maybe 3 months now, 2 months, I can't remember how long. Time escapes me lately. I'm watching True Blood, and I kind of was just binge watching it because it popped up on my feed in a time where I really needed a show to watch. I'm on the penultimate season, and I just found out the 2 main characters are married in real life. That was a bit shocking for no reason. Like, it has nothing to do with me, but I was like, dang. Anyway, that's just been on my mind because I just found out last night right before I went to bed. Was I talking about anything specific? I don't remember. Also, I'm sitting on a different pillow because the one, in order to have this crappy angle I have to sit on a pillow, or else it just looks really weird, like extra weird than it usually does. But that pillow needed to be washed, and then I put it in the wash and then realized it wasn't gonna fit with the rest of my pillows, so I took it out, and I'm using like a pillow for my couch, and it's way too big, so I'm having to like hold myself up on this thing so I don't slide right off of this chair. These are the sacrifices I make just to have this low quality. This is probably like too deep. You can do whatever you want, but this is probably too deep to be wearing to work every day, but that's just what I've been doing. Also, my eyes are watering so much. For my lower lash line, because I really don't like, I mean, other than just putting that light brown shade under, kind of like messily under my eye, I don't really like to use shadows on my lower lash line when I'm trying to get it like tight right up on my lash line, because the shadow always gets in my eye. So I'm gonna use this eyeshadow crayon. This is like long discontinued. I think I got them when they were like already on their way out, but this is a like no budge shadow stick from e.l.f. This is kind of what I've been using them for lately. Like, I realized that I have to be careful, or else I'm gonna go overboard, just like my throwback makeup video. But that's kind of what I've been using these lately, because I realized that I was neglecting these eyeshadow sticks, even though I love them. Like, these ones from e.l.f. are, yeah, pretty much like my all-time favorite eyeshadow stick, because these were like the first of their kind where they like truly did not move on your eye, and like I really love some of the shades, although all but one of my favorite shades has been discontinued. But I have a lot of these, so I've been trying to use them as much as I can while still panning the eyeshadows that I've been sorry about my voice, the eyeshadows that are in projects that I've been panning. So I'm now using these. I keep them in my like everyday makeup acrylic organizer, and I've just been using them as like lower lash line eyeshadow, and I've been loving it so much, because not only is it like, am I getting use out of these shades way more than I would have, but also it's so much quicker and easier than like trying to think of something else to use, or like actually using eyeshadow and getting it in my eyes. And then I have so many more color options because I have like probably half a dozen different colors, and it's just been really fun and I've been liking it. So I'm glad I finally figured out that I can actually use them. Then I'm gonna take the shade Corruption. Oh, that gave me an idea. But I'm gonna use the shade Corruption and just put it on my eyes, because this is like a cranberry gold duochrome. I talk about the shade a lot, even though it's not my most used shade in this palette. I love it again for this time of year, because just the nature of the shade is literally cranberry and gold. Like, what could be a more perfect shade for this time of year? And my voice is just really, it's just failing me this morning. I don't know why. But oh my god, that is just so pretty to me. Again, I don't wear it all the time, especially because it is like a bolder shade, but you know, we're in winter, honey. Wear the bold colors. And then I did a combination that I really liked with my Dose of Colors, the Berries palette, a few days ago. I was using this highlighter. This is like my newest highlighter. It's from Sephora in the shade Pink Flash. I was kind of using this like both as a highlight and a blush topper, but also as my inner corner and to kind of like smooth out my transition. That was for the Berries palette, which does lean a bit more pink than this shade. This shade on my eyes is kind of just like a straight cranberry, but I still want to try it. That's so pretty. I really love this highlight. It's not the best highlight. It can be. I think Rosie just went a little crazy if you saw that. It's like not the best highlight. It can be kind of like, it'll kind of just stick wherever you put it when you're wearing it on your cheeks. But as for like just adding a bit of color for like specific occasions where I want this exact shade, it is so pretty, and I'm actually so glad that I got it. Okay, I paused the video to get this. This was my bright idea. I got this eyeliner in not like the VIB sale, but the subsequent sales that Sephora's been having, you know, until the end of the year. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner in the shade Corrupt. I said I was not going to get any more of these, but then I saw they went 50% off, and I saw this specific shade. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like a slightly red, like cranberry leaning brown metallic eyeliner, and I thought it was so pretty. I immediately had to scoop it up. Mine came broken, like the tip kind of fell off as soon as I opened the cap, but it's fine. I'm not gonna return it just for that. It's just gonna end up in the garbage if I do that. I also cannot find either of my sharpeners that I have a feeling my cats have been probably taking them off of the desk, but I'm gonna, as best as I can with the tiny, but I shouldn't have swatched this. I should have sharpened it first and then realized I couldn't. But anyway, I'm gonna put this on my lower lash line. This is the shade Corrupt, and I feel like not only does it kind of match the name of that shadow, it's kind of the perfect color, and I kind of just want to try it out anyway. But also while I was pausing to grab this out of my Sephora package, because I kind of just left it in there, I saw that I only have 10 minutes to finish filming, so I will be skipping, ow, I just got my eye. I will be skipping the cream products today. Ooh, that is cute. I think it's cute. I don't know, it's probably very dark for work. I just repressed my face powder last night, so I'm hoping that it's dry, or at least dry enough to use. I didn't think I would be needing it today because, again, I woke up at 6 and I don't work until 8, and I don't even have to leave the house until 10 minutes before I start, so I wasn't really thinking I was going to be in this situation. This isn't very cozy of me. I feel like I'm rushing. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. I've been using this a lot. I usually use 2 pumps because for some reason one of the pumps always sputters, and I just opened this maybe like a week ago. But anyway, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. face primer. I've had this for a very long, or I've been using this product for a very long time. This again is just like about a week old, or like I opened it. I cannot see, rushing is making me worse with my words. Anyway, it's fun to kind of use it again because back when I started using makeup for the first time, like as most people did, I used a lot of e.l.f. because it used to be like most things were $1 to $5, if only. And this was like my favorite primer ever. I have very large pores and very oily skin, so it wasn't like, I'm not surprised that this used to be my favorite primer, but now I do like to use something also a bit glowy on top, and this also has SPF. This is the e.l.f. Wow Glow sunscreen in the shade Sunbeam, which is just, I think, like their lightest shade. These are tinted. So, oh my goodness, I can't believe I like gave myself only 10 minutes to finish getting ready. That's a little bit crazy of me. I really like that highlight as an accent on my eyeshadow though, because it somehow it just like blends seamlessly. Maybe on camera it looks different but I feel like it just kind of seamlessly blends into sunscreen in my hair into the like shades on my eye. Now I'm gonna use my NYX Pro Fix Stick. This is just what I've been using every day. I'm technically not panning this, and I am panning a Sephora concealer, so I probably should have used that one. But it is what it is. Okay, I guess I didn't wash my beauty blender for no reason. When I woke up this morning, oh, okay, I literally just had a conversation with my coworker yesterday. He's from Chicago, and I'm from Minneapolis. So we were talking about how like we moved to California and we've like kind of turned a bit into babies, and we're like making fun of other people too who like say it's so cold when it's like 50 something degrees. But when I woke up this morning, it was probably like, I didn't look at the temperature, but it was probably in like the high 40s, I'm guessing. Oh my gosh, it was so chilly. This is the powder that I repress. It's the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour powder. I wish I could have like I could have if I wanted to. I have free will. I didn't add any like extra powder. I usually try to add some of my e.l.f. Whoa Glow whenever I repress a powder, because it just makes it like nicer, like a tad bit more natural finish, because this is like a matte powder foundation, and it makes it a little bit lighter. But because I'm panning this, oh, I hope I can get some on my brush. I don't know if I will be able, oh, there it is. Okay, I just had to like really dig in there. Because I'm panning this and I'm trying to finish it by the end of the year, I did not want to ruin my chances of meeting my goal. But this is just like such an easy go-to, and it matches my skin tone so well. I used to use the shade Up until I tried panning it in the winter and realized, or maybe not the winter, but I did not have a tan, and I realized that one was like way too dark for me. The past 2 years have been me just like finding out all the makeup I used to buy was always too dark for me, and I did not know how to shade match. As I explained in my like makeup throwback, how I used to do my makeup video, I got that from my mother. Seems like it repressed pretty okay. This is the one that I'm bringing with me out of town. Oh yeah, speaking of, I should have been talking about this. Anyway, let me finish my sentence. This is the powder that I'm taking with me out of town on my trip, so hopefully it travels well. But yes, I'm going out of town tomorrow morning. This is just my Franken face palette. This is what it looks like now. I feel like it changes almost every time I show it. I'm going back to Minnesota tomorrow because my extended family, well, like my stepmom's family, who's kind of like my cousins et al., they're like kind of a Broadway like musical type family, and I've joined the tradition, so every time there is a show we try to go, because one of my like cousins, she is friends with someone who sells tickets at the Orpheum, so she's always able to get like a good amount of tickets in one big group for like 10 to 15 people. This year a lot of people are going. Actually, it might be closer, like 20 maybe. But we are going to see Phantom of the Opera opening night. I'm so excited. When you're seeing this, I will be going that day. Oh, I just like automatically use this, but I also have a berry blush that I want to use, so I guess I'll just like even out this cheek. I have this berry like glowish blush. It's not a cranberry, it's more kind of just like a straight berry, but I kind of want to use it, especially, oh, that was a lot of blush, especially to kind of copy that like whole like blush highlight situation that I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna have to go over this with powder though, because this is a little bit too much. I'm gonna use that same Sephora highlight and like really get my brush in there and kind of just like put it all over, almost as like kind of like a finishing powder for my cheek, but not really. The day you're seeing this, because we're gonna post it on Sunday, I will be going to that show. I'm super excited. I feel like, okay, we have seen many like many, I'm being dramatic, but we have seen a fair bit of like popular musicals. We saw last year, we saw Les Miserables. And then also, or was that this year? I like can't even, again, I'm having trouble with time. But we also saw The Lion King, and we saw Hamilton. The first one I ever saw with like that family is Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I think that's the full name. I always forget. I'm also gonna do my brows and mascara off camera so that I go as quickly as possible. Okay, I'm back, and I realized I forgot to line my like upper lash line, like tight line. So I did that with just like a dark brown Urban Decay pencil, and if it looks like I'm rushing, I am, because I should have been leaving like right now. But still have to do my lips, and I pulled out a very special shade specific for this video. This is the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Cherry Amour. I got this in a set. I don't think it was like a holiday set, but it was a set that came with one of her like brown lip liners. And I thought the combination was really pretty, but I didn't think I'd be getting a lot of use out of this gloss bomb like on its own. But I've actually only ever used this on its own. Like, don't worry, I will use the lip liner, but I just think this is so pretty. It doesn't perfectly match my eyeshadow or the like tracksuit, but I love it so much. And that's the look. So yeah, go check out Alyssa, please. She is amazing. And if you're here from Alyssa's channel, hi. I probably should have warned you at the beginning of this video, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, this was my channel. I have to leave for work now. I'm probably gonna be a few minutes late, but I stayed a few minutes late at work yesterday and the day before that, so it's fine. Oh, just a little setting spray right before I leave. And I hope you all have a very, very cozy end of your fall, beginning of winter, transition into the holidays. I know I will, because I'm gonna have to be cozy because it's gonna be so cold when I get to Minnesota. I just don't even know what to do with myself. I'm panicking, like, what am I gonna pack? But anyway, I will just see you in my next video. But until then, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.